Pristine, thank you for coming on the podcast. I'm excited to talk.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to share.
Hmm. Pristine Beers is the owner of White Lilac Cleaning, a local cleaning company based in Alaska, where she gained valuable experience in running a small business, building a team, and serving clients in her community. She's also launching a new venture called Living Water Family Home, which provides services to clients with intellectual disabilities. So, my first question for you, Pristine, is what inspired you to start Lilac Cleaning?
I started White Lilac after I was a empty nester. Actually, I was a
Oh,
homeschool mom and stayed home and raised my daughter and homeschooled her through high school. And when she left to go away overseas, I thought, what can I do? And I just started cleaning houses for a little extra cash and getting, that I knew how to clean. So that's how my business started.
nice. So you got like that hustle vibe set in early because, you know,
Yes.
like, yeah, like being a good entrepreneur and having that good macro perspective, leadership intuition, you have to have done the grunt work, the brute force work. You really have to have been in the trenches for long enough to get to carve out that wisdom. So I imagine that was kind of polishing you early on.
Yeah, I had done some cleaning experience years prior before my husband and I had our daughter, and in remote lodges in Alaska, I did housekeeping, and he's a pilot. So we worked together at these remote areas. And so I was like, I do know how to clean. I'm a homeschool mom, but I'm done with that. So
Mm,
cleaning is what it was.
nice, nice. I've been to Alaska. I absolutely love it. It's like a whole different world.
It's
Um,
beautiful in the summer.
how long are summers there? I feel like they're not very long.
Our summer's about over now. We say summer is like July 4th weekend. Um, but between June to the end of August, we can say it's summer. But this morning when I went out to let the dogs out, I thought, oh my gosh, there is almost frost. So I was worried about losing my flowers in my garden because it was pretty nippy
Mm,
this morning.
right,
So
right.
it's over. Summer's over. It is a beautiful day today though, but it's over. It's fall.
Yeah. So, Pristine, looking into your background, you seem like a person who's very focused on giving and kindness and helping others. And as an entrepreneur, I wonder how that plays into your marketing strategy. And do you have any examples of stuff you've done that where it's not about asking for things, it's about giving things, and there's this natural law of reciprocity that kicks in?
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I have a nonprofit I'm working on, which is called Little White Flamingos, and that is based on my cleaning business providing cleaning services for foster families because I have a love for foster families and the kids that are served by foster families. And
Hmm.
I know that when a child's displaced, it's very difficult for the parents and the child to be in this new home forever, however long they're going to be. So we go in and give free and at cost cleanings for these parents who have displaced children. So we can take care of the hard, grimy work so they can take care of the nurturing of the children. And we've gotten a lot of really good positive feedback with that. We've donated quite a bit of that, and people are foster families are extremely grateful for the services because they love having their house cleaned and
Hmm.
actually even the children. I just recently got some feedback from a foster family, and she said the kids feel really special if you make their bed, and we always make their bed.
Hmm.
So that's what we do there.
Very interesting. And as an entrepreneur, do you know when you look back, do you have any particular challenges that you remember facing, and any lessons you learned from the process?
Oh, absolutely. I had some other little entrepreneur things that I started that are kind of jokes around my family now that were pretty much
I
failures.
actually
But
would love to hear
obviously,
those.
yeah, I don't know if I want to share. They were pretty bad.
Maybe for another day.
Um,
No, but yeah, but those are
but
because you know why? You know why they're important because they're the reason why you're here. I mean, it's not a
it's true.
it's not a single process of success. It's like failing forward, and you get smarter every time. But yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure
I
it's
will
funny.
share.
One
I'll
day you'll
tell you
tell
then.
me.
Okay. Well, I did have an RV business for a while, and that was
Uh-huh.
successful, and I just decided that wasn't what I wanted to do. But I had this desire to just take care of kids, and so I
Yeah.
decided I was gonna do a rental business of baby gear. I had seen it done in the lower 48, and we have a lot of travelers in Alaska, so I'm like, "I'm gonna get cribs and have all these things, and they can rent for me and deliver, and I'll deliver it and all this," and it was a complete
Mm.
flop, and my family is like, "What in the world are you doing?" And I was like, "Okay, I failed, but I'm not gonna give up," and so then I went on to cleaning, so
Yeah, it doesn't sound too I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about taking risks, and sometimes it seems stupid to people, and then, once you hit it, they go, "Oh, I get it." And then
yeah.
if you don't hit it, they go, "Oh, I was right."
Yeah,
That's just how the world works.
exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, in your entrepreneurial journey, what was a specific moment where you're like, this is a mistake. I understand things better now, and I'm going to leverage that for my next success. Is there any specific moment that you like, for example, from some of the failed entrepreneurial pursuits, what specific lessons do you feel you took from them?
I think from the businesses that didn't, I think I was using more of my emotion than I was my brain and emotion together. It was a heart
Mm,
issue that I was dealing with at the time. And my heart issue was wanting me to go in this one direction. And after
mm,
I was, kind of healed that heart issue, it's like, oh, I understand why I was going in that direction. It was for the wrong motives. And so I learned from that. And I definitely have learned, that it is okay to fail. It's hard. It's definitely hard, but it's humbling too, as well, because you realize it's not easy to be an entrepreneur.
yeah,
And when you do make success, it feels good. And it feels like, oh, the hard work and the failure was all worth it because now I'm providing jobs and I'm taking care of clients who
right.
want more time because they're not cleaning their home. So that is when I'm like, wow, now I know why I did this. So
Yeah, you got to look at it holistically. You got to look at it in the aggregate because we tend to like, we see someone being successful. We go, oh, look at that. They've got all that, but they don't realize what a process it is. And that's the
mm,
beautiful that you see. But to get to the beautiful, there's a whole bunch of ugly along the way. And yeah, I mean, there's so many challenges because first of all, no matter what industry you involve yourself in, you are trying to enter an economic landscape that has companies that are well established with huge budgets that
yes.
have scaled, that have optimized, and you almost have to like give yourself an artificial advantage, lowering your prices, whatever it is, just so you can
Mhm.
squeeze and kind of tap in the industry, put enough fuel in the system to stabilize. And yeah, it's when you look at almost any entrepreneurial pursuit from a short frame, it's a very bad deal. It's just a bad transaction. You're putting a whole lot of money in, you're putting a whole lot of time, you're not making any money, and it's stressful. And you're always constantly wondering, why don't I just go for stability and find another job that's 9 to 5 that gives me that paycheck right away?
Mhm.
But the important part to notice is you're not subscribing to a linear model of growth, let's say at an established company where you get better pay, through the years gradually, but you plateau at a certain top and, you're just building someone else's dream. You're not necessarily
Yeah.
focusing on yours, as opposed to subscribing to more of an exponential model where you might not make a whole lot in the beginning, but you get that inflection point eventually. And that's when you get that feeling like, oh, this is all worth it. So,
Yeah, and I'm actually there right now because I have
oh,
2
wow.
service areas in yeah, I have 2 service areas in Alaska. We serve the greater Anchorage area, and then we serve the Matsu Valley. And then,
Mm,
because we spend some of our time in Arizona in the winter to get away from the snow, I launched an Arizona branch. We're struggling.
you're
They are
hardcore.
well there are
Y-
well-established businesses there with lots of employees and lots of, connections with the community, and it's been a very slow, expensive process getting there. So I'm at this, like, point, do I
Right.
just back off or do I just keep pushing? Because I don't wanna
Right.
fail, but I have hope that it is there's such a big potential there to make a difference. So I'm right here, like, on the edge.
Right.
What do I do?
Well, I was gonna say you're so hardcore because you're going to the hottest place and then you're going to the coldest
Yeah.
place.
Oh,
Arizona
yes.
is Arizona's crazy. I was there and I'm like, why aren't cars catching fire just the middle of the street? This place is so hot, and Alaska is
Yeah.
so cold. So yes, you are pretty extreme. I see. Now, yeah, maybe like you shouldn't be like. I know we're all scared to fail, but I think that's the voice in our head that causes self doubt, and
Oh, for sure.
I
Yeah,
think we need
for
to
sure.
blow right through that whenever we can. And
Yeah.
so
Every
Pristine,
day it's like, "Can I
yeah,
do it?"
Yeah, 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 and that's just what it is. But here's the thing, like, I think sometimes people are just predisposed to certain behaviors, and we have this, like, false illusion of choice. Pristine. Like, yeah, you might have self doubt and all of that, but at the end of the day, there's a reason why you wake up for an unexplainable reason. It just is you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm still going to do this. Yes, I'm still going to do this. And now I'm going to fail. And yeah, I'm still going to try again. Right. That's
Yeah.
something that is just who you are. And you think you have a choice, but I don't think you do because you can put you in a 9 to 5 and you won't be happy and you will just
I
wake up wondering why.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think I could do the 9 to 5. Yeah, I couldn't. The
yeah.
freedom of being an entrepreneur is one of the benefits of making my own
Right.
schedule, being able to travel, work from anywhere. That is
And you
super,
might be
super important.
surprised that you're addicted to the unknown, to the stress, to the "can I do it?" It's like you're constantly trying to prove yourself that you're more capable than you ever thought, and then that never goes away. That's like it's your
No.
it's yeah, and that's how it should be. It really that's how it is. Uh, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
In 5 years, oh my goodness. Well, one of my goals is to buy my husband a cabin on a lake here in Alaska where he can just
I
fish
love
off
that.
his dock.
I love that. I
Um,
love that, and
and then
I love how selfless you are. Like, it's not about you, it's about someone else, and
yeah, I
that's
really
beautiful.
wanna do that for him. And, long-term vision is really to have a stable home or set of homes in the Alaska area for foster kids where there's a parent group, mom and dad situation, children that are stabilized, that have been displaced, that will be there until they graduate high school, give them a home that they've never had. And
Mm,
faith based, that's really important to me as far as um, I want children to know the Lord.
right.
And that's important. So that's what I would like to see in 5 years is a nonprofit that's feeding into those children and the families that are serving them.
Very nice. And I'm curious, if you're able to look back, would there be anything you would change in
Oh
terms of your
gosh,
business decisions? I know these aren't fun
yes,
questions.
actually, yes. I would, and I still continue to not do this at times. Listen to my gut when I know that this person's not going to fit, and I'm trying to fit them in that box because I don't
Mm.
want to let them go, or Um,
You're talking about like
I have
employees?
employees, yeah, with employees, just and just listening to my gut too as far as decision making as I go through my business, financials, and what do
Yeah.
I do about coaching? I mean, everything. I need to listen to my my inner gut that says no,
It
don't do
sounds
this, or
like
yes, do
it
this.
sounds like your best quality is also one of the things you need to be care about. That you need to be careful with because you're super kind, you're super caring, and that could almost be to a fault at times. And
Yes,
you got to learn when it's okay to make a logical decision
yes,
over kindness. Because
hmm
also giving someone a position that's not for them or keeping them around when it's not to your benefit can seem almost cruel to cut it, but it's also kindness to
hmm
everyone because people are
yeah,
supposed to find their own happy place. And if it's affecting your productivity, yeah, that's a tough position
hmm
to be in. Um,
yeah,
yeah, but people
definitely
figure
learning. But
we're all resilient. So sometimes going through something bad is not always going through something bad. It's a process of getting to a better place. And it can help
hmm
to see it that way too. Um,
yeah.
So someone in your area and or not even necessarily area, but you know, if someone is doing a job they don't like and they want to take control of their own life and find happiness with their entrepreneurial pursuits, would there be a piece of advice you'd give to them?
I would say do something that you really love because if you love what you're doing, you're going to love the drive and you're not going to feel like it's a day-to-day job. You're going to be more motivated and you'll more apt to meet your goals.
Hmm, love it. And if people want to get in touch with you, Pristine, where can they find you?
I am on social media, Facebook. I am on LinkedIn. You can go to either one of my company websites, which is whitelilacleaning.com or livingwaterfamilyhome.com and reach out to me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, you have a beautiful soul, Pristine, and I can tell that you're nothing but kindness. And I'm sure that the people who cross paths with you live a better life and a happier life. And
Thank you.
I wish you only more of that.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me here. It's great talking to you.
pleasure was mine.
Thank you.